it's Alex, and I'm going to take advantage of a beautiful Easter Sunday here, and I'm going to play around with the accelerometer and all the track apps in the red Mustang. A lot of you guys saw me do this on the white Mustang, the 2018, that ended up getting switched out for the 2019. And I wanted to check out a couple of things, right? Because this car has a GT350 intake, GT350 throttle body, and everything else is pretty much stock except for it having E85 in it. I wanted to see what the stock accelerometer tells me this thing runs. Obviously, it's not super scientific, but I'm curious if it measures anywhere in the 12s, like a low 12 or a high 11. Because based on the customers that we tune at Lund Racing, that's about right. If a car's on E85 with an aftermarket manifold and some exhaust modifications, it tends to be about a high 11 second car. Now, if I can get this car to actually go 11.9, 11.8 at a track as it sits, I think it's a great starting point to beginning to see if we can get this thing running 10s naturally aspirated. So enough talking, let's get the measuring how quick this thing can be using Ford's accelerometer. All right, so I made it all the way out to Mexico. It took a little bit, took about 15 minutes or so to get over to Mexico real quick. So what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna do the automatic start and then just launch on foot brake. I'm gonna foot brake it as high as I can and see what I can stall it up to. I'm gonna use the GoPro and I'm gonna just kind of put it up against there because it's an automatic and it doesn't require much talent to do. Hopefully that'll catch most of it. I'm gonna leave it in drive because that's where our shift schedule is kind of best. Oh, the glare is terrible. Yeah, that'll work. I mean, look, if I die, at least I'll catch it on video, right, guys? Yeah, so, again, stall it up as much as I can and see what kind of time I can get out of the car. Press OK to begin. So let me stall it up. Accelerate to start. Easy, easy. About 1800 is the most I can actually foot brake it to. Press OK to begin. Here we go. That's terrible. Let me look it up again. Actually, is there like a history or something? Let me see. View clear results. It said I went 13.0. I have to stop to view them, so I'll stop fucking. It said I went 13.0. Dude, this thing 13.0, I'm screwed. View clear results. Acceleration timer. Quarter mile. It doesn't say. Keep going. There it is. 13.0 at 109. Could you imagine if that's what I got to start off with? 13.0 at 109. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to foot brake it and bring the e-brake up so the tires don't spin upon launch and see how that goes. Give it a shot. If 13.0 is my starting point, I am in absolute deep shit. like awful. This is probably not the best spot, but let's fucking try it. Make sure no one's coming my way. Automatic start. And I'm gonna hit OK, and I'm gonna hold it up and see if I can stall it past 2. There we go. Oh, I hit second. Oh, wow. That was cool. If I could get that video from the outside. It did 1, 2. Wide open throttle. I went 12.5 while I absolutely annihilated the tires 1-2. But it did prove one thing, that launching while holding the e-brake up allows you to stall it up a little higher, and the car just really was in its power band a lot quicker. Kind of an interesting test. So I just wanted to do that real quick. It said I went 12.5 blazing the 1.2, and it said I went 13.0 with a halfway decent launch. So we know that acceleration timer is absolute bullshit. So I'm not even going to bother to show you or to try to vet it any properly. But what I do want to do is go back and show you the 6 stripes that they just put. I guarantee it laid down stripes for about, I don't know, 100 feet or so, maybe more. Let's take a look. So let's take a look at the stripes this piece of junk laid down. Look at this. So this is where I launched right there. And right around here it hit second gear and it went a little sideways, and then they kind of trailed off after that. And it said it went 12.5 with that launch, which we all know is bullshit. So I wish this was more scientific. I was hoping to get something good and consistent, but I just don't think it's gonna work. So I guess I have to take it to an actual track to get some kind of baseline numbers. The last time the track was open for street night, it rained. Sure enough, every day after that has been absolutely gorgeous down here in South Florida. It's been 75 to 78 degrees. At nighttime, it's 63 to 65, good air. And of course, the day I want to go to the track, it rains. So go figure. So obviously the acceleration timer is not accurate, because spinning it recorded 12.5 and a decent launch it recorded at 13.0. We know that's bullshit. So I guess I got to go to the track. So we'll see how that goes. So that's your filler video for the week with the red car, starting to mess around with it naturally aspirated. So I'll get you some numbers next week, next Friday when I go to the track. And if it's open earlier than that, or if I can get up to Orlando and get a street night in, I'll go ahead and do that. So look out for that. Talk to you guys later. Okay, gonna head down, get teched in. Hey, this car is nothing done to it, so just gotta have a helmet. I got a jacket just in case, but you don't even really need that. And get teched in, and next thing you'll see is me making a pass. Not a bad day, actually. Ended up real nice today. This guy's gonna tech in his Accord. Wouldn't be funny if that thing gaps my ass. I'll get it on video. Fuck it. I'll get it for the likes. I'm not ashamed. Or what if the what is that, a 240i, the blue one? No idea. Just like that, I'm teched. Let's go to the staging lanes. We'll see how this goes. They got us up in the lanes right away, so little foot brake action, see what happens. I don't even think I got a time. I think I red lit so bad that I don't even think I got a time. I'm used to that 400 Pro Tree. I don't even think I got a time. We'll see. Actually, I did get a time, and it is terrible. It is 1289. That is awful at 112. So I'm gonna work on the 60 foot because it is an abysmal 2.2. Wow. I got a lot of work ahead of me if a 12.8 is my starting point. So I'm going to stall it up a little higher. The track was kind of sticky. So 12.8, that sucks dicks. So I'm not really going to mess around with timing until I can at least get this thing out of the hole. 12.8, woo, got a lot of work ahead of me. Okay, so last time I didn't stall it up that high because, I don't know, I didn't know how the track was going to do, but we'll see. I'm going to hold the e-brake this time and launch hard. I got a Hellcat that's about to beat the shit out of me, so I'm gonna do the whole courtesy thing. I'm gonna hold up the e-brake to stall it up a little higher and see what happens. I cut a 2.260 foot time last time in it, and it sucked. That's a bump. That's a bump shit. That's interesting. The 2.3 goes bump. So I'm gonna log it. Take a look at the log and see what it does, what it's doing. Not terrible. That's probably like a 12.6 pass there because the 60 foot was a little better. It seems to let off at the big end though. Yeah, let's give you the rundown. First pass, let's take a look at it. It's car 0050. So it went 12.893, 2.260 foot time. It's pretty awful. Come on, camera, zoom. Really, motherfucker? Ugh, fucking my kingdom for a decent working camera. Seriously. There we go. Okay. So 12.8. And then what I did the next time is held up the emergency brake and I bettered the 60 foot by 2/10, 2.0, and it went 12.67. So now what I did was I flashed the tune, more timing, and it saw 30 degrees last time down the track, and I'll do the e-brake technique again and see what I can get out of it. See what happens when my coupler isn't loose. So many things going on, trying to get you guys shots. It's a little tough, but I do my best, okay? I'm a one-man show. Okay, cool. Everything's good. There we go. Damn, he deep staged me. Did me dirty. There we go. Woo! There we go. Not bad. This feels good. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, wow. That was nice. I beat a Jaguar. Check out this Jaguar here. Oh, what is it? What is one of these things? He must be like, what the fuck just happened? What is that, an FJJZ LMNOP? You know those ones with the coyotes in them? I don't know. I'll get your video. Don't run away. He's running away. He don't want me to film him that I beat him. This guy, I beat that. Well, look, he's gone. He don't even want to come next. Damn. Dude, relax. I beat you. That was definitely a 12.4, 12.5. It felt great. Mr. Personality gave me my slip and 12.6. I was hoping it was a 12.5, 12.4. It felt good. So filter on, filter off does not matter. Throwing more timing at it does not matter. So all I'm really gonna do is wait, like, I don't know, it's 7:21 now. I don't think I'm gonna get more out of this car because the mile an hour doesn't tell me anything. The 60 foot stays in the 2.0s and it's not spinning. So maybe one more fuck around pass and be done with it. So a mid 12-second car, 12.60, as it sits, seems to be it. Okay, so with the stock cold air. So the next thing I'm gonna do is upgrade the exhaust because it still has the catalytic converters and the factory exhaust. So I'm gonna upgrade that, do it before or after on the dyno, come back to the track. But one more pass, see if we can sneak into the 1250s, and not what I hoped. I hoped it was like a low 12-second car, but definitely not there yet. But one more pass just to fuck around and we'll see what she can do. Last pass because I don't think I'm gonna get more out of it, and should be good to go. Stall it up. Spun a little. to get the tires to break loose, and I don't know, it's not going to go any quicker. I had to let off and get back into it. So yeah, I'll probably wait a little bit, make one more hit. You know how it is, you want to keep chasing that, but there's just nothing, no meat left on the bone. The car is just going to be a 12.6, 12.6, 12.6 car all day. We'll see if I get one more run at it. If not, we'll end it there, but stand by. So my last pass today, see if I can get a 1250 out of it. Little clean up. There's a Hellcat that's about to beat the shit out of me. I might record him. We'll see. Want to see me get gapped by a Hellcat? I'm gonna tree him. I'm gonna jump the light just so you can see him come around me. Yeah, that 2.3 is weird. All right, so we're here getting the car up on the lift, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and get rid of this factory exhaust. This is how the car ran 1261 with the 85 as you see it. Bone stock, nothing modified, nothing done. So what I'm gonna do is get this exhaust on it. Customer came and upgraded his exhaust and he left this guy behind, so budget zero, but I will count it towards the build. I'll put a reasonable price as to the cat deletes. This was just to quiet it down. Why does he want to quiet it down? Because he has Corsa, the loud shit. So he put some bullet mufflers in there to quiet it down. So what I'm going to do is install it. Since this is a quad tip, luckily the clamp is removable, and I'm going to try to see if I can get single tips on there. For now, I'll just leave them without a tip, get them up on there, and get it free flowing. Now the car made 394 before. I might be able to put it on the dyno today if they allow it, and see if it goes over 400 real horsepower. That'll be a good comparison as to the power difference between a stock exhaust and a free-flowing exhaust. The biggest pain in the ass I've had to do is take this manifold out the passenger side. Why? Well, when you install a free-flowing exhaust, especially one that eliminates certain things, has to be basically, okay, what's going on here? Why am I seeing this fucked up? Okay, this is why, because I'm stupid. There we go, like this. Okay, so what needs to happen is the passenger side is what we call a catafold, catalytic converter attached to the manifold. When you install a free-flowing exhaust, you have to cut it here. They give you instructions to cut it here and weld this flange on it, okay? So understand, if you're gonna do it in the car, the shop's gonna have to chop that, weld the flange on it, pound it a little bit to make it round because it's kind of oval, and then you can go ahead and install your free-flowing exhaust. So let's get this guy on and get going on installing the exhaust. All right, got the stuff installed, took the tips out because I can cut the other tip off and it will be centered to the original exhaust. It'll just be blowing out the side because it was meant for an 18-nut Mustang. But here it is. There is the new hotness. Now I'll put it on the dyno when I can. I will not be able to do it today. It took me a little time to do this by myself, but I'll get the tips on there, show you some final looks, see how it all lays down, and then some sound clips, and we'll end the video here. All right, she's running. Let's check for leaks. This is all sealed up. There's no clamps here. This looks pretty good. Pretty good. Clacking away. Tick package Mustang. I gotta make sure I gotta tighten that motor mount before I forget, because I had to take this motor mount off to install the new manifold. So there's a nut on the top. That guy, I gotta tighten up because I took everything apart to make life easier. O2s are hooked up. This guy is some kind of oil thing that I think I gotta get the right fitting because it doesn't fit the oil pressure guys. So I'm gonna get the right fitting, put it in. That's why it says low oil pressure, because it's not reading oil pressure. Okay, now let's make sure we can get the tips cut and we'll be done with it. And the nice thing is you can shut this guy off on the lift. Alrighty, there's the finished product. There you go. That's what she sounds like. Typical Corsa with some bullet mufflers in between to tame down the sound. I ended up cutting the extra tip off of the quad tip for the 18, and it just happens to center perfectly on the 15 and up stuff. So take it for a drive, see what it sounds like, end the video, see if I can put on the dyno soon, see how much over 394 did it pick up, if anything. Let's take it for a drive, see what it sounds like. Hopefully it's not too nasty. You know what? I think those bullet mufflers that the previous guy welded on calmed down the droning that can happen with this setup. Oh, Jesus. I almost crashed. Let me just clean up the camera. Oh, again, guys, I need about 10 minutes of filler. There we go. Do a little spirited driving, see what it sounds like. I'm gonna sneeze. You guys are gonna hear me sneeze, because I don't want to cut. Fuck yeah. Shit. Oh, I know how YOLO sounds when he sneezes. Fuck. I busted my ass. Dude, that sucked. I don't like working on cars. I'd rather make more money than have someone else work on my shit than me work on my shit. Stumble. I gotta make sure that the wide bands are hooked up properly, they're not reading funky. Let me see. Let me look at measured air fuel, because that'll tell me, you know, if something funky's happening. No, it looks pretty straightforward. So what I'll do is I'll get underneath and tighten on the wide bands a little bit, the front ones especially, because if one's loose and it reads air, fresh air, the car will act, oh yeah, the car will act kind of funky and it won't do it. But now you know what it sounds like. The car seems to be running real well. No adverse effects, it's not too drony, so we'll get it on the dyno next time and do a not a back-to-back, because obviously I wasn't gonna dyno it, put the exhaust in, then dyno it again, because I'd be here till freaking 10 at night, and I got a date tonight, so I gotta go out. Thanks for listening, guys. Talk to you later.